Starting off this countdown, we have the cup of ramen noodles. Ever wanted to know what your ramen noodles look like before hot water and delicious seasoning is poured on top of it? Well, now you can. And now, how many of you feel like this is a scam? I thought the whole damn bottom half of the cup was filled, not just a portion of the cup. This literally should be illegal. That and only filling up chip bags halfway. Like, what's up with that? Seriously, I get that ramen is cheap and all, but at least give us poor people more noodles than that. Doubt companies are gonna be too thrilled now that we have learned about this. We're on to you. Moving on at number 9, we have the bloodless heart. So I'm sure all of us know what a human heart looks like, right? I mean, like out of the body. I mean, you should, or else that's kind of concerning. Like, don't you not pay attention in school? Anyways, this photo I'm about to show you is what a human heart looks like, completely drained of blood. And I am absolutely speechless. That is not what I was expecting. And honestly, it looks really pretty. Is that weird for me to say? I don't know. At first I was like, oh, that's a piece of raw chicken. And then I was like, oh, no, it's like quartz or a gemstone or something. No, it's a goddamn human heart. Mind blown. Coming in at number 8, we have the big lighters. So I was today years old when I found out that big lighters are just little lighters with an extended point. This literally feels like a scam. When you buy a bigger lighter, you're hoping to get more use out of it. But no, it's just a regular lighter, meaning it has the same amount of lighter fluid, meaning you're paying more and getting the same. I will say it's more handy because it's easier to use and helps me not burn my little fingies, but still, this feels illegal. Just goes to show that size doesn't matter and don't judge a book by its cover or whatever people say, okay? My whole life is a lie now. Coming in at number 7, we have the turtle's mouth. Turtles are really freaking cute, right? And aside from snapping turtles, they're pretty slow and harmless creatures. I personally think turtles are so cute. But this next image completely changed my mind. So this image is the inside of a turtle's mouth. Yeah, you heard me. I have never seen anything that creepy before. I thought I was looking inside of an alien's mouth or something. But nope. Apparently the spikes help trap food to prevent it from coming out of their mouth. But that's why plastic is so dangerous for turtles. If they eat it and realize they can't digest it, it's hard for them to get rid of it because of these alien spikes. It often gets stuck on the spikes, which is really sad. But anyways, next time you see a turtle and you're like, oh my god, they're so cute and innocent, just remind yourself of the evil that lurks in their mouth. I also apologize for all you turtle lovers out there. Sorry. In our 6th spot, we have the unrecognizable objects. Pretty recently, this photo went viral on the internet. Why? Because it disturbed so many viewers. Take a look at this photo and tell me what you see. That's the thing. It's virtually impossible to identify any of the familiar objects. It's wild and leaves you feeling very unsettled. It's like you know what you're seeing, but your brain just can't comprehend it or put a name on it. According to Dr. Frank McAndrew, a psychology professor, he said, and I quote, "Trying to interpret an ambiguous image like this sparks uncertainty, which can lead to feeling creeped out. When a person is unsure if something could be harmful, it's normal to experience a sense of unease. We also can get creeped out by confusing things that press competing buttons in our brain, making it hard for us to categorize or understand what we are looking at." So, there you go. That's why this image is freaking everyone out. I just wish that the poster would come forward and tell us what the hell we're looking at. Like, what is it? I'm not okay. We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with the Flesh Lego Man. So I ruined turtles for you, now it's time to ruin Lego for you, yay! Now what the actual hell is this? Someone decided to make a flesh Lego man? I am deeply disturbed and I have so many questions. The first one being why, the second one being why, and the third being why? So this was created with the help of special effects makeup artist Frank Ippolito and the team at Tested.com. They decided to dress a man up as this terrifying Lego real-life fleshy man and have him hang out at the San Diego Comic-Con. But honestly, we still don't know why they did this, besides wanting to terrify children and make it so I never sleep again. I honestly think the worst part are its hands. It's got Lego claw hands, but has a freaking nasty fingernail. That's a no from me. Coming in at number 4, we have the doll. In 2018, @CatScottLou on Twitter tweeted a picture of this photo, and it quickly spread like wildfire. This is a picture of a doll whose face has been removed and then replaced with another doll's face. And apparently this was the works of her little sister, who a lot of people are now concerned for. Apparently she is obsessed with doing this. She has also done this with stuffed animals as well, which is very concerning. That's some Norman Bates, Buffalo Bill, Ed Gein behavior right there. I'd run if I was her. Next thing you know, she's performing these surgeries on real people. Moving on to number 3, we have meatloaf. And yes, it's as bad as it sounds. Some deranged person decided to, instead of making a traditional meatloaf, to take the meat and form it into a person's foot. The worst part is the onions for the toenails. Okay, so 10 out of 10 for creativity and the name, negative 100 out of 10 for doing this though. I'm sure when it was cooked though, it changed its shape and didn't look as bad, but this is something I just did not need to see today. In fact, meatloaf is bad enough as is. Making it into feet isn't going to make it more enjoyable to eat. Moving on to number 2, we have the unknown figure. This is one image that I wish I could erase from my mind completely. It features an individual hunched over while on their tippy toes and fingers, wearing this creepy mask. What's even scarier is that I have no clue where this image came from. I tried reverse image searching and just found a lot of blogs/posts talking about it, but no one actually knows who posted it or took it or why. This is the definition of a cursed image. So if any of you know the backstory to this photo, please let me know in the comments below so it can stop cursing my sleep. And in our number 1 spot today, we have Antran. While finding pictures for this video, I stumbled upon this nightmarish one. It features a skinny, creepy robot alongside 2 kids. Obviously, I was curious about learning more in hopes to find the origin of this photo and if the robot went on to kill a number of people, but all that popped up was a creepypasta called Antran. The creepypasta goes as so. According to the narrator of the creepypasta, this photo was taken in the 70s and features their son on the left with their robot Antran, who they adopted into their family. This is also the only remaining image they have of their son. So they found this robot at a garbage dump. Someone had tried to throw him away. I wonder why. But they were amazed, so they took him home. In the end, Antran turns evil, torments the family, and eventually kidnaps the son. Now, of course, this is just a creepypasta, but it's wild how I can't even find the source of this image. A lot of people are in the same boat as me. They have been searching for years to no avail. The image is creepy enough on its own. It's even creepier not knowing the photo's backstory. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know in the comments below which one of these photos creeped you out the most. Honestly, the turtle? Never expected that. And I just, ugh. Oh, no thanks. Starting off this countdown, we have the retired tires. Automobile tires are one of the top polluters in the US, and the problem keeps getting worse and worse. Every year, automobiles produce 246 million waste tires in the US alone. Imagine how many more millions of tires are thrown out globally. It's quite shocking. These tires then end up polluting our lakes, streams, streets, and soil. This photo shows you a dumping ground in Nevada. This area used to be a recreational play area until 2006, when it became a dumping ground. Not just for tires though, but for other items that people no longer needed. It's very sad. This photo shows the harsh reality of the world. We're literally killing it slowly but surely. Moving on to number 9, we have the witch. In 2006 in Mexico, a strange object was seen flying in the sky. As a result, a couple of bystanders decided to film this weird object. The people you're about to hear in the video are talking about a balloon. That's what they think that they're seeing. But see for yourself. So that is definitely not a balloon. Look at its shape. Upon closer inspection, a number of people believe that this object was in fact a witch on her broomstick. I'll let you decide what you think it is. Maybe it's just garbage floating in the wind. Or maybe it's something much darker. Moving on at number 8, we have the hologram. In November of last year, a video went viral as it shows what appears to be Pope Francis vanishing into thin air on live TV. Basically, the Pope stepped to his window to honor the victims of COVID and acknowledge the frontline workers. The clip shows him going to his window, and as he's walking away, he disappears into thin air. This led people to believe that he's a hologram, like he straight up just glitched in real life. In our 7th spot, we have the polluted water sources. In December of 2011, the Jiang River in China turned a deep red color and it frightened the locals. Turns out that the water turned this color from 2 illegal chemical plants dumping their waste into the rain sewer pipes. This is very concerning, primarily because polluted water sources have been linked to a rise in cancer villages. This is the name given to areas where cancer rates are high among people due to the polluted waters. What's scary is that these factories would have continued dumping their waste illegally had they not been caught. Hundreds, even thousands of manufacturers worldwide might be doing the same as well, and slowly poisoning us. Coming in at number 6, we have the doll. I don't know about you, but dolls creep me out. Barbies are fine, Polly Pockets are chill, but Raggedy Ann dolls or porcelain dolls, no, I don't mess with those. Anyways, why am I talking about dolls? Well, in this next video, a girl is playing with her Barbie dolls as her dad films. And then, things take an unexpected turn, literally, when one of the dolls' heads turns. Check it out.
Sora, vem comer!
Tá bom!
Now, I don't know if this is fake or real, but either way, it's pretty creepy. Like, the doll literally whips its head towards the girl. If I was her, I'd sleep with one eye open because it looks like Barbie is coming for her. We're now at our 5th and halfway mark with the doll in the wall. Yay, more creepy dolls. I'm telling you, they are no good. So in September of last year, a new homeowner, Jonathan Lewis, decided to break down this area under the stairs that had been boarded up. But as soon as he did so, he immediately regretted it. In that boarded up area, he found a creepy old rag doll clutching a note. The note sent shivers down his spine. The note read, and I quote, "Dear reader / new homeowner, thank you for freeing me. My name is Emily. My original owners lived in this house in 1961. I didn't like them, so they had to go. All they did was sing and be merry. It was sickening. Stabbing was my choice of death for them, so I hope you have knives. Hope you sleep well." Wow, what a nice home-warming message. Time to lock that doll back up where it came from or move out, or both. In our 4th spot today, we have the Skinwalker. A Skinwalker is said to be this witch or demon that can turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. Well, the individual that recorded this video believes that they captured a Skinwalker taking form as a goat. See for yourself. That goat straight up just stood up and started walking like a normal human being. Obviously, this is not natural behavior for a goat. So what's up with that? If it ain't possessed or a skinwalker, then it's a glitch in the matrix. And there's something suspicious about that chicken too, like the way it was just following the goat. Those two are up to no good. Moving on at number 3, we have the Mothman. The Mothman is a creature that originates from West Virginia folklore. Apparently, it's a large 10-foot tall gray creature with red glowing eyes and wings and has the ability to fly over 100 miles per hour. This creature has been spotted a number of times. In particular, it's believed that once you see him, bad things are going to happen. So he's kind of like an omen. In fact, people say that they saw him several days before the Chernobyl power plant explosion. In another instance, he reared his ugly head during the 2011 Japanese earthquake and tsunami. People videoing the destruction caused by these disasters caught this weird black flying creature on film. It looks as if it disappears and reappears a number of times in the video. could this be the infamous Mothman? Some people seem to think so. Coming in at number 2, we have the mermaid. In 2013, 2 men in Israel were out by the sea when they saw a weird creature laying on the rocks. One of the men thought that it was just a seal. The other man filming thinks it's something different. Then when the mermaid notices that she's being watched, she slides back into the sea. Take a look.
It's a seal, man.
The thing that is creeping everyone out is the fact that it turned its head to look at the men. Also, its tail does not resemble that of a seal. One commenter on the video claims that this video is real. She said, and I quote, "The way this mermaid looks, petite with dark hair and a dark tail, is exactly the way the Scots described a mer creature they found on shore back in 1830. So maybe mermaids are indeed real, and this is evidence of them. And in our number 1 spot today, we have Frida Sofia. This is one of the most creepiest cases I have ever heard of. In 2017, a 7.1 magnitude earthquake hit Mexico City, causing a school to collapse. Rescuers were quickly on the scene trying to free people from the rubble. As one officer was searching for lost victims, he encountered a trapped 12-year-old girl. She was found by using a thermal scanner. When rescuers made contact with her, she said her name was Frida Sofia. From there, the team was dedicated to saving her. Here's the thing. She never existed, yet a number of rescuers actually spoke to her and saw her hand wiggling under the rubble. Her name, however, was not in the school's roll book. Originally, a Navy officer told the news that there was a girl trapped there that they were trying to rescue. But then the Navy backtracked and said that all the missing people were accounted for. So who is this Frida Sofia girl that people were talking to? It's thought that maybe she was a ghost. The scariest part? In a TV interview, a ghostly girl can be seen at the site of the incident. This has led people to believe that this is the ghost of Frida Sofia. Starting off this countdown, we have the pollen. Who here is allergic to pollen and gets really bad allergies? If you do, this video is going to be a nightmare to you. Take a look at how much pollen comes off of this tree as it's being cut down. That is a lot of pollen. It almost looks fake because of how it leaves the tree. Now, imagine living in one of the houses near that tree. Rest in peace to you. My face would be swollen for days. Next time when someone doesn't understand seasonal allergies, just show them this video. Moving on at number 9, we have the bread staircase. Now, this is the definition of a cursed image. I have many questions here. The first one is why. The second, why. And third, why? Who thought to do this? Like, hey, let's take our bread and line the stairs with them. Like, why would you do such a thing? And what is its purpose? And please tell me that they threw the bread out after this image was taken. Imagine eating a sandwich in which someone's crusty, dusty toes were all over. Gross. Moving on to number 8, we have the blue lava. Now, honestly, this is really beautiful. Although it's scorching hot, I just want to touch it. Like, it looks mesmerizing. So the lava appears to be blue due to the combustion of sulfuric gases. These photos are taken from Kawah Ijen, Indonesia. So when sulfur burns, it produces a neon blue flame. Sulfur burns when it comes into contact with hot air temperatures above 360 degrees Celsius, which is 680 degrees Fahrenheit. At this place, there are really high quantities of sulfuric gas. Mixed with the high pressure and temperatures from the lava, it emits a blue color. For the lava to turn truly blue, it would require temperatures of at least 6,000 degrees Celsius, which is over 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and that's extremely hot. Moving on at number 7, we have the hidden meaning. So let's take a moment and go back in time when we were children, okay? Did your parents used to sing you nursery rhymes? If you answered yes, then what about the This Little Piggy song? You know, where, your toes are grabbed and pinched and you say like, this little piggy went to market, this little piggy stayed home, this little piggy had roast beef, and this little piggy had none, and the other one went wee all the way home. You get it, okay? Whatever. Well, when we say this little piggy went to the market, aka our big toe, aka the biggest and plumpiest toe, they don't mean that this piggy went grocery shopping. No, honey, they went to a butcher. They got chopped up and then served at the market. How dark is that? Also, the whole this little piggy is eating roast beef thing, that freaks me out. Like, a pig eating a cow, that's not normal. Moving on to number 6, we have the headless Teletubbies. Never did I ever think I would see a photo of the Teletubbies cast without their heads on. There's something very disturbing about this. Also, hit that thumbs up button if you remember this show. If you don't, then I feel really old. But yeah, this definitely is a photo that we were not meant to see. It just ruins the magic of the show. Also, was anyone else afraid of the Teletubbies when they were kids, or was it just me? Like, Poe, he's evil. I'm telling you. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the X-ray. Now, who here loves dogs? I am absolutely a huge dog lover. But this is weird even to me. This is an X-ray image of a pregnant dog. But a lot of people commented on it saying that it looks like the dog is infested with parasites, and now I can't see past that. That's what it looks like, it does. Others said that it looks like the aliens are inside of them from the film Aliens. Like I said, I love dogs and all, but I did not need to see this, okay? It's a little unsettling to see. Coming in at number 4, we have the hard-hitting truth. Here is a screenshot from a post that's going to change your life. First off, we have never seen our own face. We see ourselves from reflections and pictures, but we obviously never have seen our face, like, face to face. Isn't that trippy? Like, I never thought of that before. Moving on, something is always touching you. It's true, even if you strip naked, okay? The ground is always going to be touching you. Unless you somehow find a way to just hover in the air. But even then, the wind will be touching you, and gravity, if that counts, you know? Next point, you can always see your nose. Now, you're staring at the screen right now watching this video. Now you're about to realize that your nose is always in your sight line. Moving on, your tongue never sits comfortably in your mouth. Okay? Move your awareness to your tongue. What's it doing right now? Chances are it's touching the roof of your mouth. Then we have the fact that you will never feel something exactly the same way someone else does. Hey, even our taste buds are different. So something to me could taste slightly different to you. Plus, everyone perceives things differently, even emotions. We all can love and be in love, but we all feel it differently. And lastly, you can't imagine a new color. Have fun living with these facts now. Coming in at number 3, we have the lamprey. Lamprey look like something you would see in your nightmares. It looks like a mix between a snake, an eel, and a leech. They can be anywhere from 5 to 40 inches in length, and they attack fish by sucking the life out of them. So they literally are vampires. Now here is an up-close image of a lamprey's mouth. Have fun swimming in open waters now. How disgusting is this, okay? So lamprey have 11 or 12 rows of teeth that wrap around in their mouth like a ring. Once they latch onto their victim, they use their barbed tongue to pierce the fish and drain it of its blood. They also excrete a blood thinner to prevent blood clotting. I'm telling you, this creature is from hell. Like, look at this thing. No, thank you. Coming in at number 2, we have the sweatshops. Not a lot of people know the severity of fast fashion in sweatshops. In order to make some of the clothes you wear, people are subjected to work in disgusting conditions for less than $1 an hour. Sometimes they are paid about 50 cents or less per article of clothing, and these pieces take hours to create. In fact, 97% of fast fashion is produced overseas in developing countries with poor labor laws and human rights protections, meaning they can pay them next to nothing and treat them like garbage and get away with it. This photo showcases how problematic fast fashion is. They work in dingy, dark, and cramped spaces. What's sad is that most of the workers are very young and exploited. Abuse is also a frequent problem that the workers face. Not only that, but factory fires, accidents, and collapses are sadly common. In 2013, Rana Plaza collapsed, taking the lives of over 1,000 workers. Even if it's not safe for them to work, they are forced to do so anyways. And in the number 1 spot today, we have fast fashion. The fast fashion industry is one of the world's most biggest and dangerous polluters. Pictured here are heaps of clothes polluting waterways. The image on the right is a river in China that is completely polluted by the clothing dyes from a nearby factory. Millions of tons of microplastics and fibers are contaminating the ocean and poisoning sea mammals and us as well. 100 billion items of clothing are produced each year. But guess what? 3 out of 5 fast fashion items end up in a landfill within a year of purchase. Companies are overproducing items and we are overbuying them. And then people just throw them out and they end up in landfills all around the world. These clothes can sit in landfills for 200 years without deteriorating. Not only that, but factories producing our clothing don't discard of their toxic materials or dyes properly. They are just dumped into rivers, polluting them. Fast fashion produces 20% of global wastewater, and 0.6 to 1.7 million tons of microplastic fibers end up in the ocean every year. Not only that, but one garbage truck of clothes is burned every second, meaning the soil, water, and air are constantly being polluted.